Greetings, this is Onion speaking. Let me preface this to begin with. In this emergency episode, it will be dark, like really dark, and a whole bunch of profanities. So be warned and skip this episode altogether if you prefer not to get depressed or offended or both. So I was watching some videos on YouTube today and stumbled upon this video. It's pretty lengthy, but bear with me.
So they saw him walking alone. We live in a very small village, so this is not a major city. It was in the middle of the day as well, and they saw him walking alone across a field, and they all turned on their telephones to video it on social media, live on social media.
They live streamed it?
Yes. This group charged my son. He was alone, defenceless. They charged him. There was a group of about 9 of them. And as soon as he saw them coming, he just froze. They were all hooded, had masks on, and he just fell to the ground in fear. Makes me really emotional talking
Sandy,
about it.
I can't imagine. How old is your son at this point?
He was just a teenager. He was 15. He was 15, and he was walking across a field to go and meet a girl. So it was just awful. So this group charged him. On the video, you see him fall to the floor, just in fear, pure fear. They all circle around him and they all start kicking him. And then this small boy, you just see him on the corner of the screen run in, and something happens. You can't see it very clearly on the video. I've had to watch this. The police showed it to me, and it was just the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my life. And you see this small boy kind of come in from the side of the screen, run in, and then everybody disperses really quickly. It's the bizarrest thing to watch. And my son's still on the floor in the fetal position, and you see the wobbling of all the cameras as everyone's running away. They didn't know if my son was alive or dead at that point, and they just videoed it and put it all over the internet. The perpetrator was identified because he was the smallest of the group, so from the video, he was able to be identified who he was. He admitted to the attack of stabbing my son, and he was asked to write a letter of apology. That was his punishment.
Not really.
I swear, the court ordered him to write a letter of apology, and there was a £50 fine attributed to the case. That was the justice that my son got.
I honestly, something is going very, very badly wrong. Very, very badly wrong in this country. If a 15-year-old boy can be stabbed in the head, left for dead, bleeding at the side of the road, and a letter of apology and a £50 fine is considered it. That, honestly, that is one of the most astonishing calls I've ever taken, and frankly has left me utterly speechless.
Like, what in the actual I'm fuming with rage right now. First of all, what kind of a coward jumps on a 15-year-old kid with 8 other guys? I tried to Google this case, but there are just way too many cases in the UK to find out the background of it. But let's dissect this case, shall we? First of all, this happens in the middle of the day, broad daytime, in a small town, and those cowards jump on an innocent kid, minding his own business, heading to meet his girl. A bunch of spineless bitches jump on him, totally unprovoked, and stab him in his face. For what? Nothing at all. And those f***ers live stream it like if it's some kind of a sick entertainment. So one of them was identified and was caught. Punishment? £50 fine and apology letter. Like, is this some kind of a f***ing joke? Lynching some poor kid is this cheap? I will shove the f***ing 50 quid and the letter up his so deep that I can use him as a f***ing puppet and proceed to bang that waste of skin against a wall like a sledgehammer. Measly 50 quid and apology letter is a f***ing insult to him and his mother. She carried him for 9 months and gave birth to him to have a fulfilling life, not to be used as a fucking football and used as a fucking pincushion by a bunch of suckers. The perps should be incarcerated for a long time and regret his actions. It doesn't matter if they are minors or not. That's not how fights are done. If you have to fight someone, there should be a good reason, and if so, you one-on-one it. Not bunch up on one guy with knives. You have 2 arms and 2 legs. Use them. Fight like a man, instead of being such a chicken shit like they are. You know what? In fact, forget about putting them in a jail. Just hang those sad excuses of humans. Because we don't want to pollute the ground with lead, do we? And let them fucking rot. I don't take the stance of an eye for an eye. I mean, there are other considerations as well. But in this case, I deem it justified. First of all, that judge, he or she, can just fuck the right off. This person doesn't deserve to be a judge. Just send that idiot to clean sewers or whatever, and bring back the fine tradition of public executions. Hang them in the town centre and let them hang there for a few weeks as a stark reminder of the rule. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And this incident is not an isolated case, not at all. Just Google UK stabbing and you will find more than enough cases. People are getting stabbed to left, right and centre. It's a part of everyday life. Growing up, I always thought of Brits as a sophisticated, tea-drinking, posh, clad in grey suits bunch. But the older I get, the more I think that they are just a bunch of savages, most of them going totally unpunished. What is wrong with society? And this is not just the UK thing either. This is happening everywhere. The society is all f***ed up. Evil people are roaming freely while we as law-abiding citizens are scared for our own safety. Everywhere I look, I see evil. Maybe we as humanity are ripe for the hard reset because we can't go on like this. My dear viewers and listeners, please stay safe.